get you some. Oh, yeah. Mate, it's lucky she can cook. Wow! G'day lovelies, welcome back. Alrighty, today is another request video. Chocolate gingerbread biscuits. I will write the recipe below as always. First thing we need to do is get 125 grams of butter and chop it up into a medium bowl. And then you want to leave it sit there for as long as possible until it goes really soft at room temperature. Once she's soft, we want to add half a cup of brown sugar. Now we don't want to pack it in like we do in some recipes. We just want to put it lightly into the cup. Then we want to add half a cup of golden syrup. Then in a small bowl, we just want to whisk 1 egg with a fork. Okay, now grab out your electric beater. Now we want to beat it on low until smooth. Now we want to add our 1 whisked egg and we want to beat that through till smooth. Once that's done, set it aside for a minute. Grab another bowl, 2 3/4 cups of plain flour. Now we need 1/4 cup of cocoa powder. I absolutely love using the black and gold one, which you get from IGA or Foodland. Now we need half a teaspoon of bicarb soda, also called baking soda. Now we want 3 teaspoons of ground ginger and 1 teaspoon of mixed spice. And then mix them well with a spoon. Alright, do a nice big hole in the middle. Then we grab our beaten mixture and we want to scrape every last little bit into there. So just put a little bit of plain flour in a bowl in case we need it. Alright, now we just want to blend it all in together. Alright, once you've done it for a little bit, start pushing down with the back of the spoon. Oh my god, that's a workout. Alright, once we have all our dry ingredients wet, alright, stick it into a pile. Okay, a little bit of plain flour around the edges, a little bit over the top. Bit on your hands. Alright, now we want to shape it. Okay, as it starts, we're just going to knead it for a minute in here. If it starts to stick, just a little bit more flour. Beautiful, we've got it nice and smooth. Get it into a big ass ball. Flour it on both sides. Grab some Glad wrap. So normally you would wrap the whole ball, but because I've only got a little bench, I'm going to like roll half out at a time. That way I don't need such a bigger space. So I'm just going to chop it with my hands in half roughly. And then I'm just going to wrap it in 2 balls. And then we stick them in the fridge for half an hour. Alright lovelies, half an hour's up. I love making stuff like this. Okay, first thing we want to do is preheat our ovens to 180 degrees Celsius. We want to grab out a couple of baking trays with some baking paper. If you've only got 1 tray, you can make that do. Alright, we need some plain flour, a rolling pin, whatever cutters you're going to use, and I like to use a spatula to pick them up and put them on the baking paper. So I'm going to use a Christmas tree today, which is 9 centimetres from top to bottom, and I'm going to use a star, which is about half the size of the Christmas tree. So because they will take 2 different times to cook, I'll cook all the Christmas trees on one and then all the stars on another one. Alright, the camera died, so we'll do a take 2. Flour. 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 Alright, we want to roll them out thin, not paper thin, but thin. Then we cut out all the same shape ones first. Then slide it up, leave a little bit on the edge, and then onto your tray. As soon as the oven's up to temperature, I'll bang the first tray in. So if you've only got 1 tray, while 1 tray is in there cooking, you can put your next lot on your next piece of baking paper. when the tray comes out and you get rid of them, you just get your next lot, slide it on, move it around, and you're done and you're ready to go. Alrighty, 11 minutes later in my plain electric oven, and it smells freaking wicked in here. If you don't have a cooling rack, that's fine. You can just slide them off onto a bench somewhere out the way. So you can't pick them up because they're firm to touch, but they'll still break apart. They're still soft until they cool down. So just grab your paper, slide them onto your cooling thing or onto a bench somewhere, slide your next lot on, and away you go. While they're in the oven, I'm going to make some stars now. So we made 16 Christmas trees and 33 stars. Right, I'll bang my first lot in. Okay, 8 minutes later for the little stars. Oh my god, they smell so good. And bang the last lot in. Now you can leave them plain or you could decorate them. So royal icing. Into a bowl we want to sift 1.5 cups of icing sugar. Okay, once we've done that, stick a spoon in it and just set it aside for a minute. Now into another bowl we want 1 egg white. To that egg white we want to add 1 teaspoon of lemon juice. Now if you don't have lemons, and they're too expensive to go and get one just for a teaspoon, this lemon juice, and I can't even remember what section I've got it from, these lemon juice bottles are absolutely awesome for things like this, for cooking. Once you crack it open, you leave it in the fridge to last ages. Whisk them together with a fork. Now we want to add our icing sugar, 1 spoon at a time. Once we've done that, we've got our beautiful royal icing. Now you can get a knife and you can get a little bit of the icing and spread it all over it. Then you can get some hundreds and thousands. Like I say. And then you can just sit them on the bench somewhere like that, and they'll take half an hour to dry out and harden up properly, and then you can store them. Now the other way you can do it is put it into a piping bag. I don't have any piping bags of course at the moment, so I'm just going to use a sandwich bag. And what I'm going to do is just open it up, stick my finger into one of the bottom corners, get a cup, stick my finger into the middle, fold it over the cup. So obviously I won't be able to put as much in it as I would if it was a piping bag. Oh my god, stuff's amazing. I'll just put a little bit, half of it in there, say. Okay, fold it back up, twist it. And then what you do is you just get some scissors and you just cut the tiniest little bit off of the end. So you can always cut more, but you can never take it back if you do it too big, alright? So just cut the tiniest bit off the end, and then you just decorate them however you want. Well, there you have it, lovelies. Chocolate gingerbread biscuits. Give them a crack. They're moreish and they're so fun to make. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay safe out there in this crazy lead up to Christmas. Have yourselves a wonderful night, and I'll see you soon. Toodles.